Bye. Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm actually going to start this podcast momentarily. The last 2 weeks I have forgotten to start the podcast, so my apologies for that. How is everybody this morning? We have a week to go before Christmas. Can you believe that? How did that even happen? It's crazy. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Dodie. We are live. We are online. We are ready to do a little coffee chatting. All right. And we are having issues here with our podcasting. Good morning, Marjorie. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, everyone. We'll just give everyone a chance to realize that we are live and online and ready to roll and ready to record the podcast. So I'm just going to turn it on now because the last 2 weeks I've forgotten to turn it on. All right, it's on, Trace. Literally, you guys, the last 2 weeks I'm a fail. I forgot to record the audio for the podcast. Good morning, Emmy. Then I tried to record it from the video and I didn't catch it in time to stop it and the whole thing disappeared. Yeah, I'm technologically challenged for sure. So, good morning, everyone. It is a week before Christmas, right? Christmas is next Saturday. Can you believe that? So this is Christmas week. Good morning, Jennifer, Jacqueline. Hello, everybody. Look! Here's Noelle Malone from Ireland, and she spells her name just like me. I love when she comes on. Good morning, Mary. Nancy. All right. My sister-in-law says she needs something inspiring today. Okay, Nan, listen up, because I've got inspiring for you. An hour ago, I was upstairs in my sitting room in my pajamas, telling my husband I had absolutely nothing to say, and I didn't even see how I could go live because it's been a week, and I just didn't feel like I could inspire you guys or say anything motivating at all. And I was like, I'm not even going to take a shower. I'm just going to go in my ball cap and I don't know. That's how I was feeling. So then he left the room and I sat there for a minute and I was looking around and I thought, you know what? We choose. And that's my message. That is the crux of my message to you today. I just thought, I choose. I can choose whether to jump in and not be apathetic and jump in the shower and get ready and make it up like I've been trained my whole life just to make up something out of nothing. Or I can choose to, believe that I have nothing to say and sit here pathetically and like that. So I said, that's going to be my message this morning. You choose. So I jumped up and I got in the shower and then I ran downstairs to make sure that all the devices were plugged in so that I could record. And the cat had thrown up on my office carpet and then I spilt a cup of espresso all over my desk. And I just decided to choose not to be thwarted by that and not to be upset by it and not to have it, ruin my mood or my day or whatever. And then I was in the bathroom getting ready and then I knocked over something and everything fell on the floor and could have been another opportunity to say, screw it, see, it's just going to be this way no matter how hard I try. And I just decided not to do that. So I chose to, I cleaned up the coffee, I cleaned up the cat vomit, I cleaned up the thing that spilled in the bathroom, and here I am. So that's the thing, you choose. You're coming into a holiday week, which can be stressful and overwhelming and sometimes shitty, depending on who you keep company with. A lot of people get reactivated during the holidays. A lot of people spin out with their emotions and all the stuff. And people that have lost people, they get sometimes sad and depressed around the holidays. And you get all kinds of different stuff. This week I have had several friends and clients, husbands leaving, wives leaving, just like catastrophic bomb set off in the middle of people's lives this week all around me, and it's been really interesting to navigate. And so in all of those circumstances where I was trying to help and coach, I'm telling people, like, you choose how to react to this. You choose how to respond, whether to respond or react. You choose whether it's a catastrophic circumstance or whether it's an opportunity to do something different, an opportunity to change something, an opportunity to seek counseling, an opportunity to do something different. You choose who you spend your time with. You choose whether you answer the phone or don't answer the phone. You choose whether you answer the text or don't answer the text. You choose whether you let people capitalize on your time or not. You choose. And that's really the best, most helpful thing that I can tell you today is it is your choice. No one can do anything to you that you don't allow. Nobody can take your time unless you allow it. And nobody can pull you into their toxic bullshit unless you allow it. So choose not to. Choose to say no. Choose to be happy. Choose to do something different. Good morning, Dolly. I will tell you a little story that's in my Practical Change book. And it is about how my mother trained me very well that I had the choice whether to be sad, happy, enthusiastic, that I could choose. And I was probably about 13 years old, and we were wrapping Christmas presents in her office, and I wanted to go to the mall with my friends. And she said, "You can't go to the mall until you help me wrap all the rest of these gifts," which as a teenager, I absolutely did not want to do. Crystal's asking me if she can choose to say no to her kids. You definitely can say no to your kids. There may be backlash, from that, whatever. You definitely can choose to say no to anyone. I mean, that's the truth. You choose your response. So I'm a teenager. I'm in my mother's office. We're wrapping these presents. I am pissed off. I do not want to wrap presents. I want to go to the mall with my friends. It's Christmas time. I just want to go have fun. She's definitely thwarting me from doing that by making me wrap these gifts. So she says, "Not only do I want you to wrap the gifts, I want you to wrap them enthusiastically." To which I'm like, no. I'm like, "You're lucky I'm here even just wrapping anything." And she says, "I want you to go." She had a swinging door in her office from the kitchen to her office. She said, "I want you to go in the kitchen. I want you to come through the door enthusiastically. Otherwise, you're not going to go to the mall." And I'm like 13. You can only imagine, right? So I go through the door. I'm in the kitchen. I come through. She's like, "No pass." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "You're not enthusiastic. That's not real. You're not really, accessing enthusiasm." To what I'm like, you can only imagine, right? I'm 13. This went on back and forth through the door for hours, okay? My mother she has since passed, as you all know. She was a teacher, a trainer, and a coach. And she trained me very well. She trained me to be a warrior. She trained me to be an excellent communicator. And she trained me on how to effectively manage myself and my emotions and how to produce results. And that lesson was one of the most significant of my life, because what she was teaching me is that I had the power to access whatever emotion I wanted in every moment simply because I said so, that I had the power to make it up just because I said so. So back and forth through the door I went. I cried. I yelled at her. I was angry. I was apathetic. I was like, "What's the use?" Back and forth through the door. Back and forth through the door. If you guys have no idea what my childhood was like. It was like Navy SEAL training on the daily. So back and forth through the door, back and forth through the door, and back and forth through the door. Hours go by. Finally, I'm on the other side of the door in the kitchen. And I got it. Like, I just got that I could make up being enthusiastic and have it be true for me for no other reason than I said so. And man, I came through that door and I passed. And by that time, it was way too late to go to the mall. However, the lesson was complete and it stuck all these years. And then at one point when I was traveling the country with her, teaching with her and helping her with her work, I managed her company for quite a few years. She had me reiterate that lesson to a class of hers. And I was able to, we were able to demonstrate for people how you could just create enthusiasm out of nothing. It's a high skill and anyone can do it. It takes practice. You can create anything. You can create yourself to be any way that you want, no matter what anything looks like, no matter what you're in the middle of, because you always have control over your own emotions and your own being and yourself. You have that control. No one else has that control. So truthfully, nobody can make you sad or make you angry or make you afraid. Circumstances can occur, and then you can create an emotional response to those circumstances. And your emotional response is your choice, very much your choice. You can choose to be afraid. You can choose to be angry. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be enthusiastic. You can choose joy. You can choose resentment. You can choose to be ridden with anxiety and overwhelmed. These are all choices that you have control over. So my message this morning is you choose. In every moment, you get to choose. And some of you might tell me, but this one does this, and this happened, and I have no money in my checking account, and I have no food on the table, and I can't buy the gifts I need to buy, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Look, I get all that. I was bankrupt when Antonio was just bitty. I filed bankruptcy. Someday a lot of you know the story. It's, anyway, I have been in all of those places. I have had nothing. I have had everything. I have then again had times where I've had nothing. You choose. It doesn't matter how much money's in your checking account or how thin you are or how heavy you are or who your friends are or whether your husband left you or stayed or whether your wife left you or stayed or whether someone's abusive or not abusive. It doesn't, none of that dictates your response. You choose your response. If you're in a bad situation, you choose whether to stay or to go. You choose whether you are going to be a victim or a victor. You choose whether you're apathetic or energetic. You get to choose. You choose. You cannot control your outside stimuli. You cannot control what is happening. To a certain extent, you can't control what's happening around you. You can absolutely control how you respond to what's happening around you. You can wake up in the morning and see that your bank balance has gone into the negative, and you can choose to freak out and start panicking and be ridden with anxiety, or you can choose to figure out what to do next, to look for a solution, to make the best out of a situation, to figure out how to get assistance. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your circumstances may never be perfect around you. This week, everything in my personal life is really good. And for the first time in 20-something years, I am not stressed out about the holidays because we decided as a family not to do all the last year we just bought stuff to have stuff under the tree, and we just decided not to do all of that. And it's very liberating, I have to say. My son, of course, is almost 21, so, he's not little bitty anymore, obviously, and he has his own apartment. So, however, all kinds of things around me, are dramatic and reactive, and people are leaving people, and people's husbands and wives are doing crazy things, and we've had a COVID outbreak down in Miami at the office, and like this, that, just crazy stuff. So I get to choose, right? I get to choose whether or not that ruins my entire mood or my entire week, or whether I just try to do what I can to be helpful. We get to choose in every moment. This is if you can really hear me, if you can hear me this morning, you can transform your whole week before Christmas and your whole holidays that are impending here, okay? You really can. Because a lot of us are very reactive around the holiday season, okay? And we react to stimuli coming our way during the holidays. There are a lot of old historic conversations that we all carry with us around the holidays. And our families and friends do the same. So often you have a reaction, reacting to a reaction, to a reaction, to a reaction. And it is just a hot mess, you guys, honestly. So if you can hear me and realize that you choose your response, you can maintain your power, and you can decide. You can decide if you keep giving to someone that's not appreciative. You can decide if you say no to something that you don't really want to do. You can decide if you stay around somebody that is really, toxic and bringing your spirits down. You can decide how you want to be on Christmas morning, or how you want to behave on Christmas Day. You choose. I can't think of anything more powerful to say to you on the week before Christmas. You choose your response. You choose your emotional set point. And you choose what to do next. This morning, when I was sitting there thinking that I had nothing to share with you, I could have just sat there. I could have canceled the live. I could have said I don't feel like it. I could have said I don't want to. And instead, I decided to choose. I decided to choose to get up, get in the shower, get down here, get online. I chose that. I chose not to give in to the slight headache that I had, or how I was feeling, or the stress that occurred during the week. I chose something different. I chose a higher set point. You can choose your next best thought. You can choose your next best thing. You can choose a higher response than the one that you're currently in. You get to choose. I know I sound like a broken record, but I swear some people still won't even hear this. You choose. You choose what happens next. You choose whether it's apathetic or energetic, your response. You choose whether it's enthusiastic or angry. You get to choose. Somebody just told me they're happy that I chose to do the live video because they just stumbled upon it. Millie, that's great. We, Tracy and I have an intention we talk every Saturday morning before we get on here and do the show. And we just ask that whoever needs this today stumbles upon us when we go live, or stumbles upon the video later. So, Millie, that's great. I'm glad to see that you stumbled upon us. So, it's Christmas week. Probably everything isn't going to go as planned. Probably there's going to be curveballs that are thrown at you all this week. Perhaps last week was a shit show for you as well. We're getting ready to wind up a year. We'll do some real wind up the year stuff next week. So next Saturday is Christmas. I will go live Christmas morning, by the way. We probably won't do a full half hour, but I will be live Christmas morning. And then the following week, I believe we would be live on New Year's Day. So we will go live then as well. So I will be around for the holidays. So if you need holiday inspiration, we will be live on Christmas morning and we will be live on New Year's morning. So if your holidays are not, COVID is, Dolly just said something about COVID is, skewing her Christmas. That could be happening for a lot of people. It looks like we have a, interesting. Okay, so it looks like, you guys, there's someone calling themselves Working-Mom with our logo. It looks like we've got an imposter person here. So everybody be careful. There's somebody, I will contact my attorneys as soon as we get off here. Looks like someone's got our Revealing Leaders logo as their profile picture, and they are calling themselves Working-Mom, and they are apparently watching my live. So be advised, whoever you are, that I'll be contacting my attorneys, who will be contacting Facebook momentarily after I get off this, and you will be shut down because you are infringing on a trademark. So be advised also that we don't message people. We don't ask you to sign up for contests. That's what a lot of these people do. They try to, get you to sign up for something. They try to friend you. So please watch out. If you are looking in the comments, I'm not sure if you see this person. They are popping up on my screen as Working-Mom, they are calling themselves, and they have my trademarked logo as their profile picture. So be advised, person, you will be shut down, so you might as well just take down your page now, because it will be taken down for you shortly. So choose, you guys. You get to choose. You get to choose how you respond. And Tracy's asking me if I have something that I want to give away today. So let's do that. Let's see, what did she say to me? She's saying, here's a question for you guys to email me the answer to. What's one area in your life that you will choose to respond differently? So let's say the first 10 people to email me that, we'll send you a free copy of the workbook. And the workbook is also downloadable online for free. This is the workbook to end out this year and create the life that you want for 2022. So if you go to revealingleaders.com and click the free download section, you can find it there. And you can download it for free. So do that, because it's a great thing for you to work through as you end the year. And remember that you choose. So I really encourage you to walk into this week deciding how you're going to respond, how you're not going to react, and how you're going to respond to the circumstances and situations in your life differently than you have been before. And I encourage you to choose joy, to choose enthusiasm, to choose gratitude, to choose a different response for this holiday week and this holiday season. You get to choose. So instead of having another holiday that maybe you don't love, choose to have something better. Choose to make it great. And the first 10 people to email me where you're going to choose to respond to something differently, we'll send you a free hard copy of the workbook. And Dolly, happy birthday. Okay, so you guys have a great week. We'll see you on Christmas. We'll be here on Christmas morning. So we'll see you then. go to revealingleaders.com, download the free workbook, and we will talk to you on Christmas morning. Have a great week.